Hey everybody, Mike from Just Watch back with another Just Watch episode. Everybody, thank you for joining us today and for checking out our video. Today we're going to do a quick unboxing on this Alpina Alpiner. Really cool watch and a really cool brand, which I kind of just recently rediscovered. They have a lot of history and I just wanted to talk about that first as we unbox this. So they've done a lot of cool stuff, but before we even begin with that, I want to thank Mimo over at Mimo's Jewelry in Long Beach, California. They are mimosjewelry.com. I'll put links up down below in the show notes for lending in this watch. And he also has a great price right now on all of his Alpina watches. He has a discount code. If you go to his website and purchase any watch that's in stock, use the code ALPI25 and you'll get 25% off any of his in-stock Alpina watches. So good stuff there from Mimo, and thank you. So let's dig into this watch and talk a little bit about the history of the brand as we do. So really old brand, started in 1883 by Gottlieb Hauser. He was the founder of what was originally called the Alpina Union. This started in Switzerland. They made some of the very first early calibers in 1890. It was a watchmaker named Jacob Straub who was making their original calibers for them. In 1900, they did an introduction at the Universal Expo in Paris of the brand. In 1901, they registered their logo, which was first used as a standalone mark on their movements. It's a stamp. You might have seen the logo before. It's a triangle with a circle inside of it. So they introduced the logo in 1901. In 1908, the Alpina Union registered the Alpina brand name. So really old brand, over 100 years old. The members of the union actually referred to themselves as alpinists and agreed to use the brand only for high quality calibers, which included Breguet hairsprings and compensating balances. So some pretty advanced stuff for the time. In 1910, the union created a perpetual calendar complication for a pocket watch. So good stuff there. Actually, let's take this paper out real quick. In 1912, they manufactured their first chronometer movement, the first chronometer certified movement. In 1920, Alpina sold throughout Europe after, so this is post-World War I. They had actually 2,000 different retail locations after World War I. In the early 1930s, they introduced the first sports watch that they called the Block. In 1938, they introduced the Alpina 4. And what this is this is a kind of a practice they stick to today, and that is 4 essential qualities that a sports watch must have, and those include it being anti-magnetic, it include it being water resistant, it include it being anti-shock, and of course it having a stainless steel robust case. So they've done a lot of really cool stuff over their history. In 1945, they manufactured their first automatic movement. In 1957, they introduced their first sports automatic movement with a 17-jewel 584 caliber. And then in 1969, they introduced their first dive watch, which was called the C-Strong. And it actually had an internal bezel, very much like the Seiko Alpinist, that's what the timing bezel was. It had a separate crown that you turned and it moved the timing bezel inside. A few other brands have done something like that as well. So some cool stuff and some cool history from Alpina as a brand over the years. So let's take a look at this watch. This is the Alpiner 4 and it is a watch that I'm really looking forward to seeing. So let's take a look. So the watch here, probably not going to have all that usual hang tags and all that stuff that we're used to, simply because this has been probably a retail unit that Mimo has had out in his retail store. So let's check out what it looks like. I'm actually really looking forward to it. Really nice box, has a little bit of texture to it. You can see that's the logo, that's the mark that I was talking about that they introduced in the early 1900s. This was stamped on every movement that they made as a mark of quality. And I guess they originally sold movements to a lot of manufacturers throughout Europe and everywhere else. So really nice leather box inside here. Here's all of your warranty tag information, everything else inside of the rest of the cardboard box. And then here we have a really nice high quality with the silver embossed, or not embossed, actually down into the logo. And 1883 Genève. And there's the watch. Oh, cool. So I was hoping he would send me this one because I saw this online and I really loved it. So this is the blue dial version of their watch. This is a 44 millimeter on a leather strap, and it features the AL525 26 joule movement. It vibrates at 28,800 vibrations per hour, and it has a 38-hour power reserve. So let's actually get this going here. And it does have the hang tag on there still. Yeah, you can see it's running already. So we have a 44 millimeter case, really wonderful styling on the case. Looks like a 20 millimeter lug width there, and a pretty acceptable depth too, not super deep. I didn't measure this or look up any of the specs yet. We'll come back in a day or two and do a full review on this and give you guys the full skinny on this. Really nice case back there too. So let's actually take a close look at this dial first. It's a really nice dial. You can see those nice index markers that are applied there. I really enjoy this handset too. The really nice traditional handset. Just a little touch of red on that sweeping second hand. Of course, you can see the date complication there at 3 o'clock. And then it's just really simply signed as well with the Alpina logo at the 12, and then the automatic nomenclature down below there at the 6. And then you can see way down at the bottom, it is Swiss made. Let's check out this bezel. Oh, wow. Really nice bezel. So it's a very, very light bezel action. And it is bi-directional too. Now, this is not sold as a dive watch per se. This is more sold as a watch with like a sports timer. So whether you're using it for tracking your exercise or your kid's soccer game or what have you, that's what the deal is there. But it's a wonderful tactile feel there, very light. Definitely not any resistance. The watch definitely has the feel of just very high quality timepiece when it's in your hands. And let's take a look. Really nice strap too. So it's a really nice leather strap that we have on here. You can see that contrast stitching, almost like a rust collar on the inside there. So of course the sticker is still on there. Like I said, this watch is on loan from Mimo at Mimo's Jewelry. So really nice, beautiful detail on that case back there. You can see it's 100-meter water resistant. Swiss made, of course, and give you an idea on those lugs. Really nice. I really like the profile of the watch too. It doesn't look terribly long from lug to lug. I'd guess probably 48 or 49 millimeters. And then you can see a nice signed crown there as well with the Alpina mark. Actually, let's check out the crown. It's really nice, very smooth. Definitely has the feeling of just a really high quality watch. So there's your first position where you can change the date. Yeah, really nice solid date change there. And of course, there is our hack where we can set the time. And just really nice as far as setting the time goes too. And of course, the watch does have a screw down crown as well, which I definitely am appreciative of. So let's take a look at it on the wrist. So I'll give you guys a wrist shot today too. I'm actually still wearing the Steinhardt Explorer 39. Really enjoying wearing this watch, and the ETA 2824 is doing extremely well as far as its timekeeping goes. Definitely check out my review from last week if you want to see more on this piece. Definitely appreciate that. Definitely appreciate you guys watching. So this watch is a 44 millimeter case size, so quite a bit bigger than what I just had on there. The Steinhardt at 39 millimeter is a bit smaller than this is, but just give you an idea what that's like on the wrist. It wears really well on the wrist. It's not, my wrist is 7 inches, just under 7 inches, and as far as the length goes, really not bad. Really wonderful bevels too on that case side. I really enjoy those bevels. And there you can see the 44 millimeter diameter. Definitely a nice comfortable on the wrist watch. I really like the size actually. Not too deep, not too big in diameter, very easy to read. I think this would be a really good, just all around everyday sport watch to wear. So I'm looking forward to checking this out for a bit, and we'll come back with a review very soon. So everybody, thank you for checking out this quick unboxing on the Alpina Alpiner. Really wonderful watch, first impression, and I really enjoy it. And please do check us out, and if you like the content, also remember to hit that subscribe button over here. Definitely appreciate having you guys subscribed and following along, and also you can hit the notification button. All right, everybody, we will be back soon with a full review on this wonderful Alpina piece. Until then, thank you again, and have a great weekend. Bye-bye.